Okay, this guy, Lee Konitz, don't know how you're meant to pronounce it, was a jazz saxophonist from Chicago of Jewish descent. His career started in 1945. He's had some association with Miles Davis, but to be fair, I think that's probably true of every jazz musician that appears on this list, or that certainly I've come across so far. He has also had a connection with the pianist Lenny Tristano. Those are the two names in the list of people he's been associated with that I particularly knew. Of course, as a jazz person, it has got lots of records. Their production rate was huge generally. He died of COVID-19 related complications in 2019. Hi, my name's Dan. So this is an album of jazz, as you might imagine. So jazz, I am not an expert. I do quite like a bit of jazz, but I feel about jazz in some ways like I feel about wine, which is I quite like some wine, but I don't really know that much about it. I wouldn't necessarily be able to tell you, ooh, that's a magnificent Riesling from, whatever. If you're a jazz fanatic, then look elsewhere for a more detailed review on this. If, however, you're just a normal person, as if to say jazz fanatics are not normal people. What am I saying? If you're like me and you're kind of a bit not really knowledgeable about jazz, hopefully this will give you a bit of an idea on this album. So it's a trio. Lee is the saxophonist here. There's a drummer and a bassist, of course, being jazz. It's an upright acoustic bass. And it's quite lively stuff. If you were using this as backing music in films, I would imagine that this is, busy day scenes, maybe even chase scenes. There's some that's that kind of fast. It has some feeling of structure. It certainly has a relationship between the players who are playing definitely with each other. There's probably more structure there than I can perceive because I'm not as knowledgeable as I could be. But the soloing is mostly the saxophone, and it wanders around with a reasonable amount of freedom. I wouldn't call this free jazz. It has too much structure for that, but it is kind of whiffling around jazz. It's not difficult to listen to. I quite enjoyed it. What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. That's it from me for now.